And now, I welcome two of my all-time favorite people and Business Life 360 guests, Kaylee Halko, a champion, a fighter for, and a groundbreaker in the world of Progeria Research, and her fabulous mom, Marla Halko. We have followed Kaylee's story, which is nothing short of remarkable. So welcome back to Business Life 360, you two. It's great to have you here.
It's great to be here.
This segment, we're talking a lot more about progeria, medical research, and some of the things that have been happening in the world of progeria. And our viewers may not know that those who have progeria often have hip dislocation, shoulder and joint issues, arthritis, and things that have to do with your heart. So Kaylee, you have had a series of surgeries in your life. Tell us a little bit more about some of those, if you would.
So I had 4 hip surgeries since my hips were dislocating. So they put some screws and pins to keep them in place. And I had some kidney stone surgeries, and then it really wasn't a big deal. They just shoot them down. But
sounds like a big deal to me. I don't know.
Yeah. And then my most recent ones was my open heart surgery.
Which we're going to talk a little bit more about. And then Marla, I know was it about a year ago or so, you discovered that Kaylee had a heart valve that was going bad.
Yeah, it was actually on New Year's Eve that we had found out that last year that she was going to need to have something done.
Mm-hmm. And for someone with progeria, it's different in terms of protocol and procedure than it would be for someone who doesn't have progeria. So typically it would be a balloon, you were mentioning. So what is the procedure actually that Kaylee was going to need?
Well, originally they had thought that the balloon would work, and then they realized that it wasn't going to. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know exactly why they decided that wasn't going to work. And then it was just back to the drawing board, because they'd never done anything for a child with progeria for this problem. And this procedure that they had done in the past, they said this would work.
So as I understand it, it's called an aortic stenosis surgery. And what you needed was a valve also, correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you and your friend Zach, who also has progeria, are the only two in the world who've ever had this surgery. Is that how I understand it?
Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So how helpful was Zach in this process? Did he have his before you had yours?
Yeah, he had his a couple weeks before mine.
Okay.
We were both having the problem about the same time, so.
And something that has been really important to you, Marla, I know, and to your family, is the Progeria Research Foundation, something that you've been able to really rely on as Kaylee has had her journey, and you as well. Tell us more about that relationship.
When she was first diagnosed, we were put in contact with them, but there was no treatment or anything yet, nothing. So, but then finally, when she was diagnosed at 4, they had decided we were going to do this clinical trial so that she was able to. And from there, we're able to do heart surgeries that we didn't know was possible. So, I mean, I'm just so thankful for them, because they've helped her quality of life with all their advancements and that they're doing. And before them, there was nothing out there for these kids. And they've just made so much progress just in her short life, that from nothing to all that they've done.
It sounds to me like they were the best of resources for you.
Mm-hmm.
Were you familiar with progeria?
I was not. Mm-hmm. I was not. My husband had heard of it, but I had not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Kaylee, I can't say enough about how you have really been the pioneer in progeria and allowing others in the future to undergo the surgery successfully. So again, thank you for all you are doing to be that pioneer and that innovator. It is remarkable.
Yeah.
So Kaylee, you know that when you are in Business Life 360, you've done this before, we get to do quick hits, and I ask you a series of questions and you give me rapid responses, and our viewers get to know you a little better. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
We might sneak your mom into 1 or 2 of these as well.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Your favorite show to binge watch?
I've probably seen The Flash like 10 times.
Your favorite food?
Raspberries, probably.
What is the best part about being a high school graduate?
As of right now, I mean, I haven't been in school, but I'll go to college, so then that will end. But right now, just relaxing, so.
Yes. And after that last surgery, I'm sure some downtime was really helpful for you.
Yes, yeah, it was.
What is your favorite pet of all time?
I have a dog and guinea pigs, but probably dogs.
Yes. All right. One in particular?
Corgis. I like those short legs and they're fluffy and yeah.
And how would you describe your personality? And Marla, if you want to chime in on this too.
Yes, you can chime in.
A word to describe Kaylee's personality.
Determined.
Yeah. Yes. And I have to say, funny. Like, you make me
Thank you.
smile so much. I love it. You have the best sense of humor of anyone I know. And you're also very stylish. So I have to
thank
ask you, what is your favorite fashion accessory?
Fashion, maybe shoes. I like getting new shoes.
You always have a great pair of shoes on, I have to admit, amongst everything else. So what advice do you have for young girls who may be going through a tough time in their lives?
I guess just have a good support system.
Great advice. And that's what I have. Thank you so much for doing Quick Hits with us. And Marla, Kaylee, I know this has been quite a journey. And Marla, you have really, along with your husband Tim, worked really hard to find the resources for Kaylee. And I know it's been sacrificing for you as well. So in addition to what you're doing as a mom, I mean, my gosh, we want to thank you and Kaylee for being on Business Life 360, and what an inspiration.
Thank you.
Thank you. We know that this pathway has been made possible by Marla and her husband Tim, making sacrifices and doing research, aligning with PRF, and making sure that Kaylee has had and continues to have the best care possible. And for Kaylee, she has been a courageous leader and a pioneer, breaking barriers for those diagnosed with progeria. Thanks to both of them for all they've done to change the world for the better. And Kaylee, I can't wait to hear what you're going to do next.